The Beirut blast, as it's come to be known, devastated the Lebanese capital. But the disaster also brought together three strangers, in a tale of generosity and human spirit that spans across Lebanon, Ethiopia and Ivory Coast. This is their story.
ቡና እያፈላው ነበር አደጋው ሳይደርስ በፊት እቃዎቹ ሎድ አድርገዋል መስታወት ሰባብሯል
I ran to the balcony and saw a puddling of red smoke coming from the horizon, and I knew something catastrophic had just happened.
In the days following the explosion, Kareem had trouble sleeping.
I called a friend of mine. I said, let's go down to the blast site and see how we can support. I walked into the building. I saw blood on the ground. I saw the smell of death in the building. The elevator was smashed, concrete destroyed. I went through the rubble, went up to the floor where there was an old lady sitting on a couch.
The old lady had been badly injured in the blast and was taken to hospital. But when she arrived home, there was no sign of her Ethiopian live-in maid.
I was mind-boggled. I could not believe what I was hearing. I asked her, do you know where she is? She said, no. I woke up in the hospital, and since then I have no recollection, no knowledge of her well-being. Is she alive? Is she dead? We do not know. I took a picture of her passport and I thought, why not ask around on social media? Let's see, maybe we can track this lady down and figure out where she was.
To this day, I still carry a feeling of guilt, kind of, because I saw my people going through a horrific catastrophe, and I just was watching from afar.
Thousands of miles away in Ivory Coast, Zara watched the events unfold on social media.
I was with my friend actually at the mall, and we received obviously like videos of the blast on like family groups, etc. And we didn't understand what was happening. So I thought to myself, it would be so much better if maybe we had like one platform which centralized all the information. That's when it occurred to me that I could create an Instagram page with all the photos I was seeing. So I created one straight away and I named it Locate Victims Beirut.
Within 24 hours, Locate Victims Beirut amassed over 80,000 followers, with people looking for news about loved ones or wanting to help. Kareem was one of those people.
From the time the picture of Eleni was posted on Instagram to the time I got a call was instantaneous. American University of Beirut Hospital contacted me saying that there was an Ethiopian lady who looks very similar to the one in the picture.
Eleni had been taken to hospital by the Lebanese Red Cross, where she lay in a coma. Nobody at the hospital knew who she was until her face appeared on Instagram.
She was on life support. The machine was beeping. I remember watching them in movies, and I was just staring at her, helpless, unconscious, fighting for her life. And it was an experience and a scene that I will never forget. September 4th, 1 month to the date after the explosion, she opened her eyes at night. I received a phone call from one of the Ethiopian ladies who was crying on the phone saying that Eleni is awake. She was looking at me, and the impression I got is, who is this stranger who is by our side? I was just happy that her eyes were open, but just hearing a voice, hearing life, it really brought a very emotional experience.
3 months of treatment followed before Eleni was given the go-ahead to go home.
በሰዓቱ አራት ህክምና አድርጌያለሁ እና ጭንቅላት፣ ልብ ህመም፣ ጎኔ፣ የእግሬ ሰውነቴ ላይ የጎኔ ማበጥ አለ። ድምጼ በፊቱ አልተመለሰልኝም። ሁለተኛ ደግሞ እግሬ ደግሞ ደም ረግቶብኝ ነበር።
In the months following the blast, the Instagram page had become an archive for the missing. Now, it was raising money for Eleni.
The initial goal was, I think, around £3,000. We reached £5,000 in a matter of a week. That was amazing.
ከሪም በጣም እርዳታ አድርጎልኝ ነበር። የፈለኩት መድኃኒት ይገዛልኛል፣ የአይን ህክምና ወስዶኛል፣ የአይኔ መድኃኒትም ገዝቶልኛል። በጣም እርዳታ አድርጎልኛል፣ በጣም ተሯሩጦልኛል።
Hey.
The makeup is amazing.
How are you?
How are you?
You good?
Oh, you look so calm.
I'm like, all right. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing.
Exactly 1 year after the explosion, Kareem and Zara meet in Beirut to speak to Eleni on Zoom. It's the first time the three of them are speaking all together.
Should we call her?
Yeah, let's call her. Let's call her on Zoom, yeah.
In October, Eleni was finally able to return home to Ethiopia, and she joins them on Zoom from the capital, Addis Ababa.
Hello.
Hi Karim.
Hi.
كيف كون؟ منيحة.
كيفك إليني؟
منيحة الحمد لله. كيف عتنتي؟ كيفكم مدام؟
خبريني كيف صار لك من وقت ما رجعتي من إثيوبيا شو عم تعملي وكيف حاسة يعني؟ حترجعي لبنان؟
لا ما برجع لبنان. كيف على لبنان؟
لبنان منيحة، شوب اليوم، شوب.
هنا ساقعة كتير.
كيف أختك والماما؟
منيحة كلنا منيحة الحمد لله.
يعني نحن اشتقنا لك كثير.
Eleni hopes to open a cafe in Addis with the money fundraised by the Instagram community.
በጣም ነው ደስታ ነው የሚሰማኝ። አዎ ማህበራዊ ሚዲያ በጣም ጠቃሚ ነው ለሰው ልጅ አብሶ ለቁም ነገር ከተጠቀመ በጣም ይጠቅማል እና ከሪም ያው በዛ ፈላልጎኝ ያገኘኝ.
And Karim says he'll be one of her first customers.
And since this tragedy, I now have a sister in Ethiopia. When the pandemic ends, I want to go to Ethiopia. I want to give Eleni a hug. I can't wait to meet my extended family in Ethiopia.